Some of the environmental problems are as follows. Point number 1, ozone depletion, greenhouse effect, and global warming. Number 2, desertification. Number 3, deforestation. 4, loss of biodiversity. Number 5, disposal of wastes. Point number 1, ozone depletion, greenhouses effect, and global warming. All the three physical phenomena are related to one another to a great extent. To understand their effect on environment, we must first of all know what their meaning, interrelationship, and working is. Ozone is a form of oxygen which is away from the Earth's surface at a height of about 20 to 30 kilometers in the atmosphere. It is scattered in the stratosphere in the form of layer about 3 millimeter thick. This layer works as a shield to protect the Earth against the ultraviolet radiations that comes from the sun. Near the Earth's surface, ozone is an increasingly troublesome pollutant, but it is also as important to life as oxygen itself. If this layer disappears or thins, all terrestrial life will uninhabited. The thinning and depletion of the ozone layer has generated global concern during the last few years. This is due to several chemical pollutants discharged by industries and produced through other chemical reactions. The main cause of the ozone depletion is generally attributed to the chlorofluorocarbons (CFCs), which are mostly produced by highly industrialized developed countries. CFCs is a source of energy which is needed most in the modern life. It is found in many household implements and products. When it's released into the air, it accumulates in the upper atmosphere, which destroys the ozone layer. The depletion of ozone layer is linked to both greenhouse effect and the phenomena of global warming. The phenomenon commonly known as the greenhouse effect occurs due to the emission of certain gases. Pollutants like methane, CFCs, water vapor, and carbon dioxide are known as the greenhouse gases in the air, which after the heating of the atmosphere causes the average global temperature to rise. This is known as the global warming. Second one, it is very important, desertification. There is no environmental problems in the world that affects people, especially poor people, as extensively as land degradation or desertification. UNCOD defines desertification as the diminution or destructing of the biological potential of land, which can ultimately lead to the desert-like conditions. The causes of desertification are numerous. However, the important ones include climate change, overgrazing, deforestation, and expansion of agriculture. About 35% of Earth's area and 900 million people are affected by the problems of desertification or degradation. Degradation leads to loss of vegetation, which forces men to migrate for their livelihood, while the women are left behind the struggle on. Point number 3, deforestation. So deforestation is one of the important issue of environmental change and degradation of soil. About 30% of Earth's surface is covered by forest. South America, especially Brazil, West Central Africa, and Southeast Asia are home to regions of dense forest. The human pressure on forest has significantly increased in recent decades. The need for agriculture land, increased demand for fuel and commercial wood, more and more dam construction, large scale ranching and mining, along with growing industrialization and urbanization, have ruthlessly exploited the forest and have in turn created chaotic conditions and severe environmental imbalances. The main cause of deforestation in commercial exploitation of forest. Besides this, as a part of developmental drive, large dams are constructed across many rivers, thereby destroying forest. The forest play pivotal role in balancing the ecosystem, or in other words, in maintaining the oxygen and carbon balance of the earth. Forests have a multiple ecological role to play, which affects all types of life in a variety of ways. They thrive the dangers of could, drifting, and soil erosion, floods, wind erosion, and groundwater evaporation. They also protect a wide variety of flora and fauna, provide a recreation, and an effectively control air pollution. Deforestation destroys symbiotic relationship between ecological infrastructure and animal and human species also. There has been A growing concern among professional forests along with the social workers. In India, the Chipko Andolan and Narmada Bachao Andolan are two popular movements which have developed consciousness among the people to raise voice against the ruthless destruction of forest. And point number 4, which is also one of the important problem of environmental loss of biodiversity. Today, the extinction of several species or loss of biodiversity is a much debated issue among the environmentalists at international level. Many species are disappearing rapidly. According to an estimate, 20 to 75 species are becoming extinct each day because of deforestation of forest. This loss of biodiversity is mainly due to the degeneration of life support system. So it provides the basis for life on earth. Biodiversity means the variety of life on earth. The diversity is a condition for long term sustainability of the environment. The maintenance of integrity is therefore recognized as being indispensable to sustain human life. This increasing interest in biodiversity is a result of concern regarding species extinction, depletion of genetic diversity, and disruption to atmosphere. Many species or animals and plants are disappearing rapidly because of their consumption of destruction. So, the main causes identified for the loss of biological diversity are habitat loss, fragmentation and modification, overexploitation of resources and chemical fertilizers, pesticides and pollution. So point number 5, disposal wastes. The highly energy consumption and high population densities of urban societies give rise to large quantities of waste water and sewage as well as household rubbish. Industrialization and urbanization are the main causes of domestic, industrial and nuclear wastes. The contaminated water supply cause any diseases of epidemic nature. The industry's waste consists of chemicals, detergents, metals, and synthetic compounds, besides the solid waste and garbage. Thousands of tons of mercury, nitrogen, phosphorus, cadmium, lead, zinc, and other wastages. So, these are the main problems of environment nowadays. So, if you like my video, share and subscribe. Thank you.